The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Cleveland. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Mayfield now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Oh.
Batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
So bad.
And
That is
makes
so...
the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to get it, but it's intercepted.
That is a touchdown! Oh my god. Oh my god.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to Painter.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They'll try again with Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go.
And this is
He just stops running? It's a pick!
A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Browns have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Rodgers now on first down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. On first down, Rodgers. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Open man here has come. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are back within a score. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Low.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
Huh?
And he'll be tackled just
After
shy
this
of the
Madden
25.
game.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Mayfield on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's caught
Eric
inside
Stokes.
the 35. And all
Bro,
the way in.
I don't know
Touchdown, Cleveland.
what we're doing defense.
76 yards.
It's terrible.
And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe
Hey,
go 2
Devontae.
minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. He's got it. They're back within a score. It's 8, 21-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Browns drive about to get started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Throwing on first down is Rodgers.
Oh my God, block! Fucking hell!
I don't think he's out of the pocket, no.
This dude's glitching or something.
Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers.
Okay, he's glitching his D-line.
Greedy Williams picks it off. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right.
Your fucking ass! Let's go!
Adrian Amos with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
How am I losing?
3 first-half interceptions now. And, Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete.
Who the fuck is my right tackle?
And try and get him back on track.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd
Billy
down.
Turner is the worst.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. Dillon. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. Got an open man that's
challenge
taking the jump through the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Despite some tough running, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Rasul Douglas there to get him down. 2nd and 9. Here's Mayfield.
I knew it was red zone scissors. I knew it. Run that shit again.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half.
What you mean, Max? I ain't working today.
First down run, he'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot him at the 44.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time,
double crosser, Z spot,
so now
Z
defense,
spot.
do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on football there, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, we're playing at 9.
Incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world.
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
You're so bad.
Intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. You'll get nothing. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before
in
he
this
gets to the
league,
end
if I
zone,
win
and he
the
got there
Super
in a
Bowl, I
hurry.
get a PS5, apparently. I don't know if it's cap or not, but...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by John Johnson. He's at the 50. 30. The 20.
What a tackle.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he's secure.
Oh, my God!
He's not always the one that makes the recovery.
He's throwing it right at me!
Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
No, Max, this dude is getting so extremely lucky. If you keep watching, I'm about to beat him by 40. I promise. Schwartz on the slant.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side.
What is that?
Inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Play over top, I guess.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer
Score a touchdown here, get ball at half, score, get a stop, score.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Touchdown.
Right. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there just before halftime.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hitting Alan Lazard. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This dude's offense is throw it up to Anthony Schwartz.
Aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thanks. Both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
Get the first.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And they're going to mark
you can't get more than a yard,
maybe
bro.
By about a yard, if that. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this
oh my God, I'm going to lose my mind.
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back.
I'm going to lose my mind.
Excellent field position. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to
chew
get this
clock.
one down
I
near
know
the
he is.
45-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
He's throwing it right at me! Let me animate!
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this
God
ahead
damn.
for around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time it's
good tackle, Black.
There just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it.
Oh my God! He's throwing it right at me! I'm pressing turn!
Backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the 1st down.
I'm gonna lose my mind. This game will be the death of me.
22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A give. This is Chubb, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
He literally made me stand up and throw my controller on the ground. That's how mad I was right there.
Lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right.
Fumble.
So no sack, he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and it will push the lead up to 5. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage
he got beat up
the rest of the way?
Send me it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and it didn't do it very often.
Now it's Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams.
Finally, I have the lead, bruh.
Devontae Adams His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
My Nightbot told you to stop spamming, Max.
Rodgers will throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't be.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care. Not getting beat at least give your team a fighting chance.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Red zone scissors.
I just wonder if that number is much more
red zone scissors
type of a number.
Trash.
Coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, Eric Stokes. Oh, yeah, Eric Stokes. Oh, yeah, Eric Stokes. Take that shit back.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
This score still ain't doing me no justice. I need to run it up.
Following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
You got blocked by Nightbot? That's funny as fuck.
The Browns drive about to get started. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good time on the clock. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll take this across midfield inside the 45. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside.
Got a block.
You're going to need him later on, but it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that.
Takes way too long to develop. Aaron Rodgers is dead tired.
Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
Hey, Greg Newsom, you're like that.
That one, it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Oh, that's a pick.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
Well, again, what he was trying to do.
Don't let him.
He was moving to his right and trying to
throw
shift
to
the
Anthony
coverage.
Schwartz.
But instead, he shifted the coverage all also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
Hell no.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Play fake. Mayfield.
It's PI.
Incomplete. We do have a
whatever.
penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A first down throw for Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. He gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Yeah.
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
No huddle.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Mayfield.
Come here, Baker. Come here. No huddle again?
The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player.
Hello!
Down under 2
I don't
minutes
care
to
if he's
go
already thrown
in
30
this
picks.
football
That's
game.
31.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot.
I need to go for the pick.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard.
Lazard.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rodgers to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is out of bounds, but not before
GG's.
he's inside the 30.